Welcome to McNeville Park in Rathkeale for the Whitebox Limerick Senior Hurling Championship tie between Kilmallock and Piarsaigh. Leo O'Connor joins me this evening for tonight's game. Leo, Kilmallock and Piarsaigh over the last 10 years in the Limerick Championship, they've been probably the two best teams. We're expecting another good game this evening.
Absolutely. Look, without shadow of a doubt, they're the two form teams coming into the championship. They've always put up a big battle between each other, and like a grain of rice, swings it either way for the last number of years on both teams. You expect Neil Piarsaigh to be getting back up. A win tonight will put the Piarsaigh directly into a semi-final, and I'd say that's the route they want to take, the direct route. Kilmallock, on the other hand, they're on 4 points coming into tonight, so like, really, if Kilmallock get over the line tonight, they're probably in a quarter-final. So, look, it's all to play for.
It is indeed. 6 o'clock is thrown here in McNeville Park. Join us for the live action then. For this Whitebox Limerick Senior Hurling Championship, Group 1 Round 4 clash between Kilmallock and the Piarsaigh. Just a quick check on the team who's now starting with Kilmallock in goals: Conor Hanley-Clark, full back line, Dylan O'Brien, Aaron Costello and Kieran O'Connor. Half back line, Robbie Egan, Kevin O'Donnell and Robbie Hanley. Midfield is Killian Hayes and Micheál Houlihan. Half forward line, Paddy O'Brien, Oisín O'Reilly, and number 24 Oisín Enright comes in for Gerard Enright. Full forward line, Conor Staunton, Shane O'Brien and the Kilmallock captain Graham Mulcahy. Over to the Piarsaigh now, show two changes from the side that is on the programme. In goals, Shane Dowling, full back line, Emmett McAvoy, Mike Casey and Vince Harrington. Jerome Boylan, the Piarsaigh captain, comes in for Mike Foley. He'll be wearing number 17. And Ronan Lynch and Tommy Grimes complete the half back line. William O'Donoghue and James Finn are in midfield. JJ Carey, Keith Dempsey and Dahi Dempsey in the half forward line. Kevin Downs and number 18, Dylan Lynch, replaces Will Henn, and Adrian Breen completes the Piarsaigh team. Leo O'Connor, two very, very strong teams, as good as you're going to see probably in club hurling, maybe around the country, but you're probably looking towards the Piarsaigh, who have a chance, as you mentioned in our preamble, of booking a semi-final spot, as just slightly favourites for this.
Absolutely, but look, more importantly from the Limerick point of view is the quality of the game that's on show tonight, where you've Kilmallock and the Piarsaigh, two probably the best teams that have been in Munster in the last 5-6 years, bar Ballygunner, you know. So from that point of view, these teams are really, both will be in contention come late in the championship. From a Kilmallock point of view, I'm just really looking forward to see what way they line out. I know they've named 15 players in the field and they've one change, but look, I think that they won't take those positions. I think that there'll be a lot of movement around that Kilmallock team. We've seen them twice already this year, John, to be quite honest. We saw them against Kilmallock, or against the Han. No, who did we see against Patrickswell? Yeah, in the first round, and they were very, very impressive that night. But certainly one that I'm looking forward to seeing Kilmallock, see the energy, the pace of Oisín O'Reilly, Paddy O'Brien back into a starting position tonight at wing forward. And then when you look over to the Piarsaigh team, there's the county hurlers all over the place. The influence of William O'Donoghue around the middle of the field, Keith Dempsey and Dahi Dempsey in the half forward line. So look, there's a hell of a lot of very, very good hurlers on show tonight, and one that we're looking forward to seeing.
Conditions at the moment, you may see on screen, it is dry here. There's been a lot of rain around Limerick this afternoon and this evening. But Leah, from left to right, as you see it on screen, there's a ferocious wind blowing.
As we'll call it, the breeze is really blown into their goal, we'll call it. But certainly there's a good few squally showers around the place as well, that are like make the conditions really, really hard with the ball skidding off the grass. So look, it's all to play for, and certainly the team that makes the least amount of mistakes earlier on here until the game gets settled, that's what really is the important thing.
Yeah, Kieran Goyna is the referee for this evening's game. As we said a few moments ago, in the Piarsaigh with a chance to book a semi-final place directly into the last four with victory and a game to spare. Kilmallock would book a quarter-final spot at the minimum ahead of their final round game. So plenty to play for here in McNeville Park this evening. As we see
one
the
of the things you look
at,
though, John, tonight is the Piarsaigh, like that you know, their full back line, Mike Casey inside at full back, and two young cornerbacks around them, and then the steadying influence of Shane Dowling behind them in goals. Their puck out strategy is going to be vitally important, playing against the wind in the first half here from the Piarsaigh point of view. So look, humdinger in store, just waiting for the referee to throw it in now.
We are indeed. We see a quick switch already for Kilmallock, and Robbie Hanley moving to midfield. Looks like Micheál Houlihan has gone to right half back and Dahi Dempsey, so maybe little intriguing ones from the Kilmallock manager James Hickey. And we are underway here in McNeville Park, and it is Killian Hayes from Kilmallock winning the early possession, but William O'Donoghue, has no surprises, picked it up, and it's Dahi Dempsey on the move now for the Piarsaigh. Hand pass out to left. Tommy Grimes scoring chance even into the breeze from Tommy Grimes. He struck it fairly well, but was tailed to the left and wide. First wide of the evening.
Yeah, first wide evening. Interesting tactic as well is that Graham Mulcahy looks to be out wing forward here for Kilmallock. Mike Casey seems to be picking him up at the moment, but he's drifting back in now. So the Kilmallock, as I said, the movement to Kilmallock forwards is really very impressive.
Was picked up by Ronan Lynch. That a huge puck out from Conor Hanley Clark, and it's Shane Dowling with ball in hand, picks out a good ball towards James Finn, doesn't take it at the first attempt, and it's a chance for Robbie Hanley to pick up possession. Hanley gets the strike away, and Robbie Hanley has hit that one, and he's hit it over the bar. First score of the game for Kilmallock, and Leo, they'll have to make a huge advantage of this breeze.
Yeah, but it's the influence there, Robbie Hanley, that composure to get the ball popped out to him, head up, and struck it over the bar from 60 yards out. Probably his first start this year for Kilmallock.
Yes, indeed. He was a sub against Doon last time out. And it is Tommy Grimes moving forward now. Fernan Piarsaigh down this left wing. Good strike from Tommy. It's going to break, though. There's plenty of Kilmallock defenders. Aaron Costello's out to the ball first, and Costello gives a low one into the middle to Micheál Houlihan. Lovely flick from Houlihan into Killian Hayes. Hayes now out to Conor Staunton. He'll fancy his chances from this long distance, will Conor Staunton. Lovely striker of the ball, but that one has gone harmlessly to the right and wide.
Yeah, you just wonder, when you're playing with the breeze like that, when you're shooting, you're all of 80, 90 yards and goals there, and it wasn't really on, to be quite honest. Would he been better off play the ball in around? Paddy has gone in full forward, so Paddy's inside there to try and make the ball stick.
Yeah, he did that to very good effect against Doon in that drawn game last week in Knocklong. That sideline ball now for Kilmallock after that overhit pass from William O'Donoghue. The man taking it is Robbie Egan. It's not Kevin O'Donnell, actually takes it low. O'Donoghue's onto it after Tommy Grimes off his left. No hesitation before delivering into the full forward position where Adrian Breen and Aaron Costello are battling, and it's Costello that's come out on top. Just plays that one down the wing looking for Oisin O'Reilly. Oisin is there to it first, but Piarsaigh have turned it over. It's Keith Dempsey going to play this one in. It's a beautiful ball to Adrian Breen. Breen with the chance, and Breen has been blocked down by Costello. It's broken kindly for Kevin Downs. Couldn't get the ball up, but Breen has it once more for the Piarsaigh. Breen back to a pass to Dylan Lynch, and it's gone again now as they move forward. That's going to be a free. It's going to be a scoring chance either way, and the Piarsaigh have levelled the game. That's an excellent score there. Just waiting to see who it is. I think it might be Dylan Lynch himself that got it in the end, but it's a good score either way.
Yeah, but look, it's the movement. The Piarsaigh, Adrian Breen, a wily old head inside there now, and he getting on the ball and just popping it off out there to Dylan Lynch, and a good score from Dylan, even though he was fouled, to be quite honest. They would have had the advantage of the free if it went wide. Yeah,
it was Keith Dempsey in the end who got that one, not Dylan Lynch. Correction on that, as Kilmallock are on the move up front again as the sun comes out here in McNeville Park. Breaking ball, neither side able to win it cleanly, but Piarsaigh coming out with it in the end. A hand pass coming for Tommy Grimes, who's been fairly influential in the opening stages here in McNeville Park. Grimes again delivering long and high in towards Costello, and from his point of view, Adrian Breen battle up there. It's Costello that's just broken it down. He's on the chase for it himself now, under pressure from Adrian Breen and Kevin Downs. Aaron Costello's done well, back to the middle. And it's Robbie Egan, a short one from Egan out to Dylan O'Brien, and Kilmallock have navigated that defensively very, very well. Dylan O'Brien with a great ball inside towards Oisin Enright. Enright hand pass off to Conor Staunton. Staunton's had another go. He missed one earlier on. He's missed another as Conor Staunton.
Yeah, they're blind shots, to be quite honest, and certainly you need those to be going over when you're committing to them.
It's Grimes again. Good block there from Robbie Hanley, putting the pressure on Mulcahy. Tries to win it. Good broken play there by Mike Casey, who has, as Leo O'Connor mentioned, gone out to tackle him and mark him. Hanley's on the run once more for Kilmallock. Hand comes in from Dahi Dempsey, and illegally, says the referee, and it's going to be a free to Kilmallock.
I don't think it was Dahi Dempsey's foul there. I think it was when he was going by. I think there was hands all over him, two hands pulling, dragging off him, and certainly every right to win a free. Just amazed the amount of ball possession that Tommy Grimes has got in the early stages of this game. He's been absolutely savage, getting onto everything, delivering good ball in there, and marauding up the field every opportunity he gets. Very open game so far.
Yeah, it is indeed. And Shane O'Brien's first possession will be from this free. 4.5 minutes into this game, Shane O'Brien strikes that, and no problem over the back net as well. So it is Kilmallock into the lead for a second time.
Absolutely, 2 points to 1. And the game is probably only, 5 minutes at this stage. So, good start. Shane Dowling going short here.
Short to go long into the middle, pinch perfect pass to William O'Donoghue. Good movement from Breen inside. He's got the better of Aaron Costello, certainly in the move in front. Does he have the finish to provide it? No, he doesn't. To the left and wide, but again, really accurate stuff from the Piarsaigh in attack. Outside of the finish.
It's that William O'Donoghue's influence there out around the middle of the field and Shane's experience there. When they go short, everyone thought that they were going to go launch it. Instead of that, William came short and delivered a very good ball inside then.
So Shane Enright can't keep that one and played. Got there ahead of Ronan Lynch. Lynch got the challenge in, but Enright wasn't able to control it properly. Dowling tries the quick puck out towards Dahi Dempsey, but referee Kieran Guynat saying, we'll do that again, lads. And it is going to be Shane Dowling to get us back underway here in McNeville Park.
Shane using all his experience, slowing it right down, going short again.
Going short indeed. Not the greatest of puck outs too. Ronan Lynch and Oisin Enright is there with the challenge immediately. They've navigated it decently. They've come out with Vince Harrington's ball. Lovely one it is too towards Keith Dempsey into the middle. That one goes and is broken kindly here. It's a good bit of play in there. Away here, and it appears she gets JJ Carey on the move. Goal chance here. Flicks it across the edge of the square, and a brilliant intervention back there from Robbie Egan. It's kept in play there by Na Piarsaigh, is it? It is, and it has been picked up by Micheál Hoolan. It has gone out over the line for a 65. Just a very important touch from Robbie Egan.
Yeah, just got the great flick on it and particularly working back towards his own goals, and he got the flick and he got it out to the left. Like very hard thing to do, but certainly an unbelievable time flick. And look, 65 for Na Piarsaigh here. Ronan Lynch, their free taker, their 65 taking the free. When you fully expect this one to be going straight between the posts.
Yeah, even against the breeze, which has died down a little bit in the last minute or two, Ronan Lynch would expect to score the majority of these, Leo, as you said.
Yeah, when you think about a 2-14 minor, like that's 11 years ago now, the years fly by pretty quickly.
They do indeed, as Lynch hits that one. He's hit it very well, and he's hit it between the posts. Level game again here in McNeville Park. We've played 7 minutes of this Whitebox Limerick Senior Hurling Championship Group 1 round 4 clash, 2 points apiece.
I'm just watching the tactics here, John, of Micheál Hoolan right down underneath us here again. Kind of plays a sweep and roll if you want, always around that half back line for Kilmallock this year, and it's working really well from another wide for Kilmallock though.
That long one from Conor Hanley-Clark, trying to get Paddy O'Brien into play, and Conor Staunton, but they were happy to see that one go to the right and wide. We're in a Piarsaigh and Dowling, as you said, Leo, taking all the time in the world, and he's dead right.
Yeah, working his way across the goal and working back
to Jerome Boylan. Back from Jerome Boylan, I should say, is Dowling. Then goes long and high. Dahi Dempsey is going to go up, and so often he comes out with those. Dahi Dempsey, brilliant bit of handling from the Na Piarsaigh number 12. The hand pass is on now as well to James Finn in midfield. Good movement from Finn, good run from Finn off to Kevin Downs, off his right. Kevin Downs, and Downs strikes that, and he strikes it over the bar. That's a brilliantly worked score from Na Piarsaigh. First time puts them into the lead.
Yeah, but can I say something to one of the guys that have really stood up over the last number of years for Na Piarsaigh has been Dahi Dempsey. Underneath the puck out there, great possession and creating the opportunity and laying off the ball. Long
puck out again, breaks for Conor Staunton. Staunton has flicked it inside to Oisin Enright. Goal chance for him. Kilmallock here. He's been dispossessed there. I think it's O'Donoghue back there. And his Casey as well there, but it's broken out to Shane O'Brien. What a pick up from O'Brien. He's got 3 Na Piarsaigh players around. He's still going. Is Shane O'Brien? It's a free, certainly. We're waiting to see if it is a penalty. I think it may have been earlier. The advantage accruing for Kilmallock on that occasion, but the first chance Leo was to Oisin Enright. Shane O'Brien was surrounded very quickly.
Yeah, hand up around the neck, and the referee indicated straight away. Certainly, but there was half a chance of the goal there when Oisin Enright drifted in the back of the Na Piarsaigh defence.
It was indeed. It does result in a free for Shane O'Brien. He nailed the first one from a fairly decent distance on the 45, and this one close in. He makes no mistake. 3 points apiece, Leo, and it's as even as we thought it would be.
Listen, it's been a good game of hurling so far. I fully expected a small bit of tension in the early minutes of it, but it hasn't really developed at all, and both teams are going out and they're trying to impress and open up the game.
That's Tommy Grimes taking that pass from Shane Dowling. He's lost it though. Good work from Oisin O'Reilly there, and Oisin Enright goes to Enright at the second attempt. Enright trying to pop that one over the bar. That'd be a lovely score from Oisin Enright, but again it's another wide for Kilmallock, Leo, and they're starting to rack.
That's their fifth wide, John, to be quite honest. And they're only in 10 minutes. The wides are beginning to mount.
Something with this very strong breeze that they wouldn't want to see too much of. Mike Casey was about to take that puck out from down, but again, referee Kieran Guina not happy with something on the side. I think it's Oisin O'Reilly adjusting his helmet, waiting for that to take place before getting this game back underway.
There's a fair sized crowd here as well, to be quite honest. Stand is full. That means there's over 750 people here.
As Dempsey goes up again here, as Leo said, a big crowd. Dempsey's onto it once more, kicks it ahead now, and it's a foot race between him and Robbie Hanley. In fact, it's Adrian Breen against Aaron Costello on the end. It's flicked inside from Breen, just a little bit too strong. Another half goal chance, but Conor Hanley Clark was aware of the situation, was off his line quick, and he's delivered deep. And a little tug on the jersey there as well. Free in now for Kilmallock, and a chance for O'Brien, the man who was fouled, to pop over his third point.
Two intercounty hurlers having a little tug off each other. But certainly you could see, from our vantage point here, you could see the little tug from Mike Casey on the back of Shane and giving Shane another free.
And again, this third one, all inside the 45-metre line for O'Brien thus far. And he hits this one as well. No mistake from Shane O'Brien, and Kilmallock back in front.
Yeah, that's their third point in the game so far. There's a fairly high free count against the Piarsaigh. They won't be happy with that when they look back in the stats of it.
Yeah, 3 frees from Kilmallock. As well as that, Robbie Hanley scored inside the first minute that opened the scoring here in McNeville Park. Keith Dempsey has been fouled by Robbie Hanley. It's good work from Dempsey. The puck out wasn't meant for him, as O'Donoghue takes it quickly in towards Dahi Dempsey. Dempsey, lovely take. He's got a man with him in Dylan Lynch. Lynch now should take the pass. Dempsey still going. He's off to Dylan Lynch. Shot from Lynch. Saved by Conor Hanley Clark. And they're trying to get it away. Or Kilmallock scramble around the edge of the square. Breen pulls. Doesn't get a stick on it though. And it is a battle here. And it is the Piarsaigh that can't come away with it. It's Kieran O'Connor for Kilmallock. And he's just hit it towards the sideline. Dangerous bit of events there for Kilmallock. And it's great work from Oisin O'Reilly. New helmet on him, but just couldn't win. A lovely ball from Mike Casey. It isn't a lovely ball. He's missed running inch there. Shane O'Brien comes out. O'Donoghue, as he does so well, brilliantly. And Vince Harrington now off to James Finn. Finn delivers 2-on-1 inside, but Adrian Breen won't get to that. Out over the sideline. Leo, great goal chance.
Absolutely great chance, but I tell you, this was some save from Conor Hanley Clark. Not alone did he block it, but he kind of half batted it away. And the experience, and dare I say it, Kieran O'Connor been back into for the starting 15 as well tonight, back cornerback. A great player for the last number of years for Kilmallock. I know he was away doing a bit of travelling, but certainly you could see the experience in there, read the situation well and cleared the ball. Huge sideline cut there as Kilmallock get out of their danger zone, but Emmett McAvoy was there for the pair. She gets into the middle now to Mike Casey. Switch of play from him, and it's Dempsey again, who looks so dangerous every time he goes near the ball. Dahi Dempsey, it was him that created that goal chance as well. As Dempsey with the strike. That one will tail with the window to the right and wide. He'll be disappointed with that one, Dahi Dempsey, but the shot was worth taking on. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Conor or Robbie Egan, and just want to get a little bit tighter on him on those situations, the diagonal ball, because David is creating an awful amount of space for himself. Paddy O'Brien doing well to win that puck up with a pass to Oisin Enright. Was fine. The finished off from Oisin, not on the radar once more. And the Piarsaigh have started us again quickly here with Dowling to McAvoy. McAvoy now down that right hand side, looks to bring it into the middle towards Keith Dempsey. Dempsey has done well out in front of his man, and it's back out to McAvoy's chance to get a shot away here. Does Emmett McAvoy. He takes the ball on ahead of Graham Mulcahy. He's dropped it in around the edge of the square. Conor Hanley Clark has taken that one superbly before offloading to Micheál Houlihan. Into the middle now it goes, and it's Kilmallock with Conor Staunton delivering this one long. Up go a number of players. Paddy O'Brien is there. He's trying to break it, and he has broken it in for Oisin Enright. Pass comes in, but the Piarsaigh are swarming around this Kilmallock attack, and Dowling, easy as you like, plays it to William O'Donoghue. And the touch wasn't there from O'Donoghue. Does very well to recover though, and it's Tommy Grimes once more taking the possession on. Back to O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue now looks at his options in front. It's a low delivery. It's a good delivery. It's not. It's broken by Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell now back to Graham Mulcahy. Very deep from Mulcahy. Robbie Egan has lost that, but he's trying to win it back again. It's a battle on the ground once more, and it's Kevin Downs that comes away with it for the Piarsaigh. That's a charge on Graham Mulcahy. No mistaking that one from referee Kieran Guina. That, Leo, probably the easiest decision for the referee this evening. Yeah, but it's just one of those situations where, and I know Graham is after shipping a heavy tackle, but Kevin picked the ball, lifted his head and took on the ball, threw the ball into the hurley, and Graham opened himself up like you coach it, like to make yourself as big and as wide as possible, and just Kevin Like, it's one of those ones, damned if you do, damned if you don't, but from a crowd point of view it looks rather ugly. But certainly Graham, no better boy, Graham is up and at it again. Used all his experience, as I said, winning the free. Conor Hanley Clark coming out here to take this one.
Indeed he is. He'll fancy his chances with the breeze. A metre in from the touchline. And it is Conor Hanley Clark to fire this one towards goal again. The strike is very, very good from Conor Hanley Clark. And more often than not, Leo, he gets on the scoreboard in the championship this year. He's done it again.
I was at a match the other night where the goalkeeper got 4 points, 3 from frees, 1 from play. Between Newcastle West and Monaleen. Mike Quilligan goals from Newcastle West give an exhibition.
It's no surprise from Mike Quilligan, a supreme striker. The ball Downs winning this one out to Tommy Grimes. That one goes. He has to forced to come back inside, back to O'Donoghue again. The touch wasn't great from William O'Donoghue, but the recovery was there. It's Mike Casey switching it out to Emmett McAvoy. McAvoy now with a bit of time and space, picked out where he wanted to hit it. It's broken from Aaron Costello. Adrian Breen with the goal chance. Breen has been challenged. Has he been challenged? Penalty to the Piarsaigh.
Yeah, Aaron Costello came out to try and claim the ball, broke early, just the ball skidded off his hurley in the greasy conditions. Adrian read it, picked it inside and just went at it, and Aaron was trying to get in trying to get in a flick and went a little bit low, and Graham, or it was Adrian, came over the hurley, and definitely a penalty. It's one of those situations that just the conditions on the night.
And Adrian Breen said Costello, he just didn't see the ball didn't bounce. Nothing you can really do about that at times, but Breen, Leo, was onto it in a flash like he always is.
Absolutely, no better boy. Shane is coming up to take this one. Certainly Kilmallock 5-3 just ends up in the back of the net. You're going to end up in a 1 point situation where the Piarsaigh go ahead, but they'll be very happy if they score this one.
It is going to be Shane Dowling.
It's getting, the weather conditions has deteriorated a small little bit now as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they have indeed. It's Shane Dowling with this penalty for the Piarsaigh. Dowling strikes it, saves. It isn't saved. It's gone into the back of the net, and it's a goal for the Piarsaigh. That Conor Hanley Clark got to the ball, Leo, but ultimately couldn't keep it out.
Yeah, look, really hit well though by Shane. There was a lot of power behind it, in fairness to it.
5-2-1-3 now is the score here. That puck out not being allowed to be taken by referee Kieran Guina, and it is going to be that one.
Players are told after a score that they can't go quick.
Yeah.
So, only procedure.
It is, of course, at the referee's whistle and discretion when the ball can be poked out. Long delivery again. That one's going to break to the right and wide once more. Another wide for Kilmallock. Dowling again taking it too quickly for the referee's liking. We'll have to do it again. But Leo, in conditions ever worsening, as you said, that goal could be proved very, very crucial. Yeah,
it's a goal against the run of play, because Kilmallock were enjoying that little bit of supremacy for the last 5 minutes there. And look, the Piarsaigh created the opportunity and, as I said, took the availability to do it.
Yeah, and they have on the attack again the Piarsaigh. JJ Carey just flicks it inside to Adrian Breen. Breen is there, gets the shot of Adrian Breen. None likely to miss that is Adrian Breen, and it is the Piarsaigh now leading by 2.
Yeah, Adrian's first score from play tonight, and certainly using all his experience there, came out, saw the ball coming down the wing, came out and read it well.
I've got long again. I have Kilmallock with this one broken down there by Shane O'Brien. Oisin Enright is in their battle on the ground now once more as Paddy O'Brien is in there. Taken well by Jerome Boylan, and Piarsaigh captain. His first start of 2025 as the rain continues to teem down here in McNeville Park. Keith Dempsey in possession now for the Cardavan men. Goes up the same line, but it is only a Kilmallock man and Kevin O'Donnell as well. They just flicked that along to Robbie Hanley. Hanley's gone long and high with it in towards Oisin Enright, who maybe has missed a couple of chances here. Boylan is back there though for the Piarsaigh. Enright continues to battle for possession, but it isn't the Piarsaigh that come away with it in the pass. Well, it's not a good one out towards Dahi Dempsey, and it will be a sideline ball for Kilmallock.
Just over his head, but see the experience in the Piarsaigh boys there. The ball went in, hurley up, ball broke. Oisin Enright worked really hard, but the Piarsaigh got back there just and did the simple thing and did it very well.
Did indeed. Here's Micheál Houlihan. He's been tugged back by Tommy Grimes. Houlihan wanted to score it himself, and that's exactly what Micheál Houlihan has done. Leo, he had the free, knew what he was doing, but Micheál Houlihan is the type of player that can score those all day long. Yeah,
that's the type of game that he plays, getting onto the ball there, and all of 55, 60 yards out, just popping it over the bar. Great score. Gets their scoreboard ticking over, brings them back into a 1 point game.
Yes, indeed, here. As Shane Dowling goes short once more. It is the Piarsaigh just working that ball out. It is Vince Harrington now over across to Ronan Lynch with time and space to deliver. And that's exactly what Lynch does. Good movement up there from Keith Dempsey. And that is Dylan Lynch indeed gone to the ball. Tightly marked by Dylan O'Brien. But Lynch, Limerick panellist this year, has handled that on the ground. And he's been seen to be handling on the ground, Leon. You know, the movement as this half has gone on, as that one's going to be brought forward, the movement from the Piarsaigh forwards in this half has been very, very good.
Absolutely. It's easier to play against the breeze tonight there with the movement of the Piarsaigh forwards. Downsy is moving, Kevin is moving out around the half forward line, playing centre forward, playing wing forward, going back in corner. The only statutory player that has really stuck to his position at the moment really is Adrian Breen inside, and he's using all his experience, as I said, making those little darting runs from deep. Very cute game by Adrian inside.
As Conor Hanley Clark fancying this one, especially after it was brought forward well within his radar. He has maybe just tailed on that one. It's a great score from Conor Hanley Clark. I was doubting him for a second, Leo. I should have known better.
No, listen, he's a great striker of the ball. I remember him in the Limerick Under Academy and under 16 years of age. And a really class act, some pair of hands.
We are level again here for a fourth time in McNeville Park. 21 minutes of this Whitebox Limerick Senior Hurling Championship Group 1 Round 4 clash. It is Kilmallock 7 points and the Piarsaigh 1-4.
That's what's going to become very important tonight, the way the game has gone and the conditions, the way that it has deteriorated in the last couple of minutes, is whether you're wearing studs or molded boots, because by God you need studs out there now, because it's coming fair slippery, especially with that breeze as well.
Yeah, we said it was a strong breeze before the game. It eased a little bit, but now the conditions are worsening as this half goes on. As Ronan Lynch lines this one up from his own 65, plays it short along the ground to O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue now looking at his options. William O'Donoghue is going to go backwards to Emmett McAvoy. McAvoy now will be the one delivering it inside. Instead, Adrian Breen is out in front of two Kilmallock defenders. Julian got the hurley in. It breaks though to JJ Carey. Pressure on him. Heavy challenge by Kevin O'Donnell. Back to Dylan Lynch. Lynch takes that one on. It's going to drop short, but the Piarsaigh have a free and a chance to go back in front yet again.
Yeah, Keith Dempsey tried to break the tackle there, and the two hands come up a little bit high, up around the shoulders, and certainly a good free work by Keith. Kevin Downs will probably hit this one, getting the top of the hurley dried.
Yeah, we just see Shane O'Neill receiving a message there from Shane Dowling, and 50-60 yards to give that message to the Piarsaigh manager. As Downs from dead in front, Leo, I think you even now would put this one between the posts. What do you think?
Yeah, look, it's an ideal situation for Kevin, dead straight in front of the post. Keep that scoreboard ticking over again. Draw a game, make this, put him a point ahead again.
It is Kevin Downs keeping it low, no problem whatsoever for the Piarsaigh number 13, and it's Piarsaigh back in front, 8 points to 1-4. Puck out now again from Conor Hanley Clark, goes a bit shorter than he had been going. They weren't getting much joy from the very long ones. They do have it now, and it is Kieran O'Connor who's very far up the field, tries to flick that back to Robbie Hanley. Hanley then does very well to win it, tries to play it into the middle though. JJ Carey is there for the Piarsaigh. Good work from Carey, but again he's lost it before winning it back again. Great work from him, tries to get the hand pass away. The pressure is good though from Kilmallock, and it's Shane O'Brien coming away with possession for the Ballbeck. He needs a bit of help here. Shane O'Brien finds it from Graham Mulcahy. Mulcahy's away here, lovely bit of work. Off it comes across to Killian Hayes. It's Killian Hayes with the strike, and we're level again here in McNeville Park. Great score.
Absolutely. Listen, you could have nothing but admiration for Kilmallock, the way they did it there. Hard work rate all round, and Shane O'Brien came in, stepped outside it, popped it off to Graham, and Graham created the opportunity for Killian Hayes to strike it over the bar. Really well worked score, all down to work rate. 5
times level now here as Downs is dispossessed by the man in centre back for Kilmallock, and that is Kevin O'Donnell. After Shane Enright, now it's back to Killian Hayes. He's just scored, fancies his chances again here. There's Killian Hayes, and there was better options around as that one Leo goes for to the right and wide yet again.
Yeah, the wide count for Kilmallock is beginning to mount in this first half here. Kilmallock are making a temporary substitution there at the moment. Or is Graham coming off? No,
it doesn't look too temporary, Leo. We'll keep you updated with that. Either way, the man coming on for Kilmallock is Pierce Connery. That's a big loss for Kilmallock. You just saw Graham Mulcahy. Biggest involvement in the game he had was in setting up that point moments ago for Killian Hayes. But Leo, it looks like Mulcahy's afternoon or evening is done.
Yeah, I think he was carrying a bit of an injury earlier in the year as well, so maybe it might be a bit of a reoccurrence of that.
It looks fairly disappointed down in front of us here in the commentary box. And Mick Neville Park as Dowling goes into midfield with that. That's good play from Robbie Egan. Off now to Pierce Connery. He's a man who can put over plenty of scores as Pierce Connery. He's been dispossessed here. Good pick up from Shane O'Brien. O'Brien now has the chance to put that over the bar, and Kilmallock go back in front, Leo. And this is a topsy-turvy game, going one side or the other every few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. 9 points now for Kilmallock. As I said, 1-6 to Na Piarsaigh, 1-5 to Na Piarsaigh, sorry. So, no, Shane O'Brien, his involvement since he came out around the half-forward line has been really impressive. He's getting on more ball. He was kind of starved of possession inside, so he'll be happy with that one.
Yeah, his first score from play as well. He's got a few three frees up to that point. That's point number 4 as Na Piarsaigh work it down that far side. It's Emmett McAvoy on the move for them. Is racing away here as McAvoy showing his speed here before getting that shot away. That's a score, Leo, and that's probably the score of the game.
Absolutely, taking the ball up to Brazil, opening up his lungs and tearing away up and popping the ball over the bar from an Piarsaigh point of view. Great to see that from the back when you're up there as a forward.
Puck out inch perfect from Conor Hanley-Clark, playing it backwards as Killian Hayes, back to Micheál Hoolan, back to Hayes with the hand pass, and Hayes blocked down, half blocked down by James Finn. It's going to break to Na Piarsaigh and Ronan Lynch. Lynch goes low into the middle of the park to Will Hen, who's on the field now for Na Piarsaigh as well. It's Will Hen playing that one inside, and it is Piarsaigh moving forward with Dylan Lynch, and Lynch with the shot. Looks good from our angle here, Leo, and that's a good score from Dylan Lynch.
Yeah, his second point of the game it's his first point of play. We mistakenly gave him the first one, which was really Keith Dempsey, but certainly good possession though. Came out, turned, looked around him, and then popped it over the bar off his left hand.
I'm just getting confirmation Will Hen has come on for Keith Dempsey. We were just missed that one, Leo, but again, a good player to bring on off the bench.
Absolutely. Guy with plenty of experience, Will, to be quite honest. Really very, very good club hurler for Na Piarsaigh.
Kieran O'Connor as well in a bit of trouble here, so his evening is done as well. Number 18 for Kilmallock on the field as well. That's Stephen Quirk, so a few substitutes through injury in the last couple of minutes, disrupting the flow of the game. Maybe we'll see as Will Hen is beaten to that one by Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell again. Will O'Donoghue does what he does so well, picking up that dirty ball, and he has it in the hand once more here. JJ Carey now on the move for Na Piarsaigh. One-handed pull. It's a fine strike into Adrian Breen. Stephen Quirk is on him in a flash, but Breen has it in the hand. He has a free coming to him as well. Adrian Breen tries to flick it inside. Well read by Robbie Egan. Free in though to Na Piarsaigh.
Free for the initial pull and drag on Will Hen, was it, I think. But yeah, just like when Kilmallock are picking up these injuries, when you're losing a player of the quality of Graham Mulcahy, and then when Kieran O'Connor's coming off with a niggly injury, it looks like as well, like Na Piarsaigh substitute bench seems that little bit stronger than Kilmallock's, and certainly the last couple of minutes has been so disruptive because of substitutes coming on off the field. You see the Piarsaigh have slipped ahead. This is to put them 2 ahead again, having only 3 or 4 minutes ago. Kilmallock being a point ahead.
It is Kevin Downs to put Na Piarsaigh 2 points to the good, and they have done exactly that with Downs. Is second free of the game for him, and it is Na Piarsaigh leading by 1-8 to 9 points.
Yeah, it's just the game has kind of hit a lull period, I'd say, just before half time here, where both teams have been really, as I said, the injuries and the substitutes have really disrupted it.
Breaks here now to one of those substitutes. Stephen Quirk can't pass away to Paddy O'Brien. O'Brien's on the move, shortens the stick, and Paddy O'Brien sends that one between the posts. An immediate response from Kilmallock, Leo, and it just shows again as there's 2 Kilmallock men down to our right. I think Conor Staunton and Oisin Enright are the men down, but yeah, I think that's the last thing Kilmallock want to see.
Both of them bumped into each other. I see Dave Boylan, in fairness to him, going out to give his assistance to the Kilmallock player on the ground.
Delay here again. It has been just Oisin Enright's okay now, but it's Conor Staunton that's the worry now for James Hickey and his backroom team.
Yeah, like the game has really, like these injuries, it has got really scrappy and slowed it down. So like we must be coming up, what are we?
29 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, just as I said, drifting into half time. And certainly Kilmallock will want the game to flow, especially when they have the breeze. But look, it hasn't worked out that way for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, it does remain. Na Piarsaigh 1-8, Kilmallock 10 points. And Leo, it is as tight as we said it probably would be, but from Na Piarsaig's point of view, you just mentioned that breeze in the second half. A breeze is never going to win you a game, but it can help you. It can help you moving the ball out of the fence.
It can, but the most important thing, I think, from a Kilmallock point of view going into the second half is how they utilise Oisín O'Reilly, the pace of Oisín O'Reilly. It'll probably be easier for Oisín to play against the breeze because he'll be getting on the ball, taking on the Piarsaigh defence, and certainly the Piarsaigh won't want him to get the run on him. Is this going to be another sub?
Yes, Thomas Savage readying himself here for Kilmallock. We're waiting to see. It will be Oisín Enright, I think, that's coming off. Well, it's one of the two. It could be a blood sub as well. Leo is there for Conor Staunton. Just waiting to see. Oisín Enright is certainly leaving the field as well. And I'm just waiting to see which one was off permanently.
Yeah.
It seems like Conor Staunton. Well, a bit of confusion there. It could be a double substitution.
Just double substitution here.
As we see Shane Dowling, another Shane Dowling for Kilmallock, who's onto the field now. He's in straight away into the action. So double substitution. Thomas Savage and Shane Dowling on for Kilmallock, and it's Savage playing that one into the great ball in towards Stephen Cork. Cork, if he can race away, here's a goal chance for Kilmallock. Brilliant bit of work from James Finn to dispossess him, and the Piarsaigh have come away with this one. Well, they haven't come away yet, but they have possession back from Ronan Lynch to Shane Dowling. Then the Piarsaigh Shane Dowling, we're going to have to differentiate now as this game goes on, as Ronan Lynch comes out. Now, hand pass from Vince Harrington, lovely handling from the Piarsaigh as O'Donoghue then switches it out to Emmett McAvoy, and they've come away brilliantly from that.
Absolutely, the composure in the Piarsaigh backs there. Really very, very evident, and the way they play the ball around till they create the space on the far side of the field, and Emmett McAvoy going up the field. Is this his second point? No,
drop short to Conor Hanley Clark. It was no problem delivering into the middle, and it's Savage now just onto the field, playing that one to Pierce Connery, who came on earlier for Graham Mulcahy. Connery, he can score from distance. He's known for scoring from distance. Pierce Connery, that's an excellent score. We're level again, Leo, 7 times.
Yeah, they're 7 times. But look, as I said, you know, the game really hasn't flowed for the last 5 or 6 minutes from Kilmallock point of view because of all the stoppages and injuries that they've picked up. I think that's 4 subs they've used at this stage. So certainly that's beginning to mount up.
Yeah, we're going to see Conor Staunton back onto the field. So one of them was only a temporary, as a big hit comes in from Robbie Egan there on JJ Carey, sends him out over the touchline. And a bit of jiggery pokery after that, Leo, nothing serious. Conor Staunton is back onto the field.
A few handbags, putting air into a few handbags, hopping shoulders off one another.
Harmless enough, but maybe that's what's maybe missing from this game as well, Leo, is that kind of bit of bite. Haven't seen too much of it. What a sideline cut from Stephen Cork in towards Pierce Connery. The touch, though, maybe the setting sun here in McNeville Park just caught him unawares, and that's William Hent now for the Piarsaigh, and Harrington to McAvoy as they work it through the hands once again, which the Piarsaigh have done so brilliantly in this game. I think both subs are going to be coming off the field here as Vince Harrington moves forward with it. Harrington with the shot to the right and wide, and Leo, well, it's going to go back to 2 substitutes for Kilmallock, because Oisín Enright and Conor Staunton are coming back onto the field.
Yeah,
Shane Dowling and Thomas Savage, the men to come back off.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to see, though, because I tell you, you'll be worried, like, if you were Kilmallock, you know.
So, back with those 2 substitutes coming back off the field as Conor Hanley Clark goes very long onto the run of Killian Hayes. Hayes working so hard, looking for a bit of support now, needs it. Under pressure from O'Donoghue, Killian Hayes gets the strike away. That's a wonderful score from Killian Hayes. Second of the game for him, Leo, and that, especially given the man who was putting him under pressure, and William O'Donoghue, is an excellent score.
I agree with you. Absolutely brilliant score, but it was more important. The thing that I really noticed about that passage play was the puck out from Conor Hanley Clark. It was pinpoint perfect, unbelievable puck out, set you up as an attack, and created it. He saw the space himself from 120 yards away.
William Henn now switching this into the full forward line. It's a good delivery inside. Dylan Lynch is up there. Adrian Breen is pulling back out, looking to try and support him into the middle. It comes, not the greatest of balls from Dylan Lynch, and it's Oisín O'Reilly, who's had a very, very quiet opening half here. Loses this one under pressure. Looked like he was going to race away here. Big, heavy hit there on, I think it is Dahi Dempsey, and it's not, it's James Finn, and it's going to be a free to the Piarsaigh.
A small little bit of niggle has crept into it in the last minute or two. Fellas are getting annoyed with each other.
No harm to see that, Leo.
Yeah, a little bit of pushing and shoving. But look, is Micheál Houlihan going to pick up a yellow here? Very harsh yellow if he did.
Yeah, maybe it was a high challenge on the head of James Finn. Maybe just started low, Leo, made its way up. But it's going to be a yellow card, the first of the game. And it is Micheál Houlihan as Dave Bulfin, the Kilmallock goalkeeping coach, looks to give him little sup of water. He wasn't looking for it though, and it is going to be a free to the Piarsaigh. And Kevin Downs, who's had 2 from 2 in this opening half, and maybe the last action of the half here as we head up to nearly the 5-minute mark in added time that Kieran Goyna has allowed.
Just to make a draw of it. Going in at half time, because you fully expect when this one goes wide, the next puck out will be half time. He'll be blown up for half time.
Yeah, he is.
Downsy off his left.
Just slightly to the right hand side, up the post is Kevin Downs. He hits that one, and he hits it between the posts. Score for the Piarsaigh. They've been level 8 times in this half, and that is the half-time whistle gone from referee Kieran Goyna. Leah, your thoughts on this opening half?
Look, I'll be honest, Joe, the game really, I thought it would be tight at the start and a little bit of tense, but it wasn't. It opened up and both teams went directly at it. And then when you look at it, the last 5 or 6 minutes, there has been a lot of injuries and players going down and substitutes, temporary subs coming on and coming off, and it kind of it interrupted the flow of the game more than anything else. But both teams will be seem happy enough going in at half time. The way the weather has been as well, because the weather has played a big part in it, the squally showers that we've had. So look, both teams I think will be happy going in at half time with all to play for in the second half. And as I said, it all depends how the Oisin O'Reilly that comes out and gets the opportunity to run. If he gathers ball and takes it on to the Piarsaigh defence, he could create goal opportunities for Kilmallock. And if they take them, they're in with a right shout. But look, the experience of Kilmallock at the moment, or the experience of the Piarsaigh, is really doing the job.
It is all to play for here in this Whitebox Limerick Senior Hurling Championship clash. Half time here in McNeville Park. It is Kilmallock 12 points and Piarsaigh 1-9. We'll be back with the second half shortly. Strikes that, and he strikes it over the bar. That's a brilliant. He hits this one as well. No mistake from Shane O'Brien. Kilmallock back in front.
Yeah,
he's got a man with him in Dylan Lynch. Lynch now should take the pass. Dempsey still going. He's off to Dylan Lynch. Shot from Lynch. Saved by Conor Hanley Clark. Strike is very, very good from Conor Hanley Clark. And more often than not, Leo, he gets on the scoreboard in the championship this year. He's done it again.
I was at a match.
Yeah, it's Shane Dowling with this penalty for Piarsaigh. Dowling strikes it, saves. It isn't saved. It's gone into the back of the net, and it's a goal for the Piarsaigh. Conor Hanley Clark just flicks it inside to Adrian Breen. Breen is there, gets the shot of Adrian Breen. Not likely to miss that is Adrian Breen, and it is the Piarsaigh. Micheál Houlihan. He's been tugged back by Tommy Grimes. Houlihan wants to score it himself, and that's exactly what Micheál Houlihan has done. Leo, he had the free, especially after it was brought forward well within his radar. He has maybe just tailed on that one. It's a great score from Conor Hanley Clark.
Game, make this, put him a point ahead again.
It is Kevin Downs keeping it low, no problem whatsoever for the Piarsaigh. Ray Mulcahy. Mulcahy's away here, lovely. Whitebox Limerick Senior Hurling Championship Group 1 Round 4 clash between Kilmallock and the Piarsaigh. All square at the break, Leo O'Connor, 12 points to 1-9. You'd have to say the Piarsaigh are favourites given the conditions in the second half, but as we said in the preamble, a breeze isn't going to win you a game, but it can help.
No, but like no better team now to dog out a win either than Kilmallock as well, in fairness to them. You know, they'll put their head down, they'll work really, really hard, and they'll dig in there. And let's see how where it takes them. The first 10 minutes, I think the first 10 minutes of the second half is going to be really, really important. The Piarsaigh are back out in the field. How the Piarsaigh use the ball now, because in the first half we commented it during the commentary, 8 wides for Kilmallock as against 4 for the Piarsaigh. The Piarsaigh just have been that little bit cuter, working the ball through the lines and delivering good ball in. You know, so from that point of view, let's see how Kilmallock deal with it in the second half. But certainly the loss of Graham Mulcahy is a major factor. When you look at it as well, and Garrod Enright, a good young lad who has been, I think, will definitely play under 20 hurling with Limerick next year. He's been very promising so far in the championship when I've seen Kilmallock in the two occasions that I have. But look, it's like Kilmallock, Robbie Hanley back out on the field for them, starting the game again this year, just after come back from his travels. But look, they'll be happy. Kilmallock, no better team. They'll stick in there and make it happen for themselves. But look, at the end of the day, you know, how the Piarsaigh use this win is going to be vitally important.
Absolutely. Micheál Houlihan is the last man to take his position as we get ready to start the second half with referee Kieran Ganna about to get us underway here, and he has done exactly that, and it is Kilmallock straight away on the attack with Killian Hayes. 2 points in the first half from Hayes, plays that one across to Pierce Connery, a substitute in the first half for Graham Mulcahy, but the Piarsaigh have turned it over. O'Donoghue touch into Dylan Lynch now trying to get that shot away, first shot of the half, and immediately he has popped that over. Second point of the game for Dylan Lynch, the delivery from O'Donoghue, the touch and control from Lynch, and the score as well.
Yeah, but can I say, just comparable. Kilmallock got possession in the first half, in the very early stages of the first half, and they shot twice on both occasions. The balls went wide. You see the benefits of the experience of William O'Donoghue just playing the ball into Dylan Lynch inside and popping it over the bar.
And there is a mistake back there from Jerome Boylan. He wasn't able to navigate his way out of trouble here, and there is trouble now for Kilmallock with Shane O'Brien. But again, 4 or 5 the Piarsaigh defenders converging on him, and the Piarsaigh have turned that ball over, and it's JJ Carey working very hard back there again. Good pressure though from Kilmallock on the turnover. Carey was back in for the Piarsaigh, and that work rate, Leo, has been so evident from the Piarsaigh thus far in this championship. Of course, these sides played in the league final, County Hurling League final. It was Kilmallock who came out with a tight victory in Claughaun a couple of months ago as Tommy Grimes switches that one. And Dahi Dempsey in trouble there. He wasn't able to pick it first time. Micheál Houlihan is there in a flash to put the pressure on again. It is Pierce Connery winning the ball back now for Kilmallock, and Connery's on the move, needs a bit of help. Good defending, wants 4 from the Piarsaigh, and it's O'Donoghue picking up the loose ball, picked up a heavy challenge too, and has the advantage as William O'Donoghue. And Leo, as per usual, he just gets on with it.
Yeah, just gets on with it. But that passage of play, like if you look at from an Piarsaigh point of view, the physicality in Piarsaigh there, the way that they get around the player, you know, they used their physicality and got on ball, and William, no better boy than William O'Donoghue, take it out of it. But it's just that sheer physicality and that fitness that the Piarsaigh have.
It's Ronan Lynch eyeing this one up. He's just inside the scoring arc as we have for football. He's definitely fancying himself here, Leo. Lovely striker of the ball, as we know, Ronan Lynch. And he's hit that one very, very well indeed. Does it have the accuracy to match? It certainly does, Leo. There was plenty more left on it. Another score for the Piarsaigh, second of the half.
Yeah, 165 and a free for Ronan there. That was a monstrous strike, in fairness, from all of what, it was about 100 yards away.
Huge effort from Lynch, and it is now 12 points to 1-11 in the Piarsaig's favour, and they're on the move again here, and they have another free. O'Donoghue's going to score it himself though altogether, and just that's the full match for O'Donoghue. He's been brilliant in that first half, Leo, and he's continued in it to the second.
He's just experienced the way he's controlling the game out around the middle of the field. He's taking the challenge now to Kilmallock. You see him there reading the puck out, reading Conor Harney's short puck out there, drilled it out the middle, caught ball, drilled at him and popped it over the bar.
And they've turned it over here. Houlihan's touch wasn't up to it, and Wilhen has it now. Maybe a goal chance developing here. Dempsey plays it across. Dylan Lynch, goal for the Piarsaigh. You could just sense it, Leo. The second that ball didn't go to hand for Micheál Houlihan, the Piarsaigh were on it in a flash. Dempsey to Lynch, and it's a goal, second goal of the game for the Piarsaigh.
Put some 6 points up. quality in a Piarsaigh there, like you put you to the sword there straight away, make a mistake the last 2 puck outs, turned over ball and go in and really punished Kilmallock.
It's Kilmallock now with it all to do. Great start to the second half for Piarsaigh. Dylan O'Brien now with the ball, can't get it under control, and who's that man they're putting him under pressure again? It's William O'Donoghue. Sideline ball goes in Piarsaig's favour there, and again he's everywhere at the moment, Leo.
Listen, it's just like, as I said, their experience, their know-how, it's just they always seem to be doing the right thing at the right time, and certainly you can see the shape coming back into their team tonight as they push towards knockout hurling.
Of course, it looks like Peter Casey back for selection this evening as well on the bench. Jerome Boylan did play last week. I said earlier he didn't. That's over carrying from Emmett McAvoy. Boylan started in that victory last week for Piarsaigh. But that one little mistake from Emmett McAvoy, who again, another player who had an outstanding first half.
Yeah, who benefited. You can see the benefits that the guy has picked up of being on the Limerick Senior Hurling panel last year. Very calculated on his game possessions tonight.
It's going to be Conor Hanley-Clark who moves up to take this one into the breeze, just inside his own half. And Conor Hanley-Clark, you'd feel that Kilmallock need the next score.
Yeah, like a goal and 3 points, and the second half is only on 5 minutes. Yep. You know, they really have, as I said,
he's put it to the left and wide.
Unlucky. But yeah, Piarsaigh have really put him to the sword.
Yeah, and it is a 6-point lead, as we said, for Piarsaigh. Shane Dowling, well, he was in no rush in the first half. I don't think he's going to be in much of a rush in the second half now, as they have advanced to that 6-point lead. Level at the break, but as Leo O'Connor said, 1-3 without reply as Dowling launches this one into the full forward line. Robbie Egan is the man who read it well there, and he comes away with possession. Hand pass off to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell moving forward, looking for a bit of support, finds it in a switch of play to Robbie Hanley. Hanley now trying to race away from his man. It's Kevin Downs that's chasing him. Robbie Hanley, though, continues to move. Play forward for Kilmallock, flicks it back to Oisin O'Reilly, and a switch of play from Oisin O'Reilly as he overcooked it. Micheál Hoolan has done well to control that one and keep it in play before delivering a good pass to Pierce Connery. Connery now with the chance to get Kilmallock on the board in the second half, and Connery's got his second point of the game.
Yeah, you certainly see the qualities there of Oisin coming out here, gathering possession, transfer the ball straight across the field to Micheál Hoolan. Micheál Hoolan popped the ball into Pierce, and Pierce pops it over the bar. Like, it's just they have to work their way back into it and take every opportunity that comes their way now.
Yeah, they are having to work that little bit harder than Piarsaigh at times for their scores in this game, as Tommy Grimes delivers this one, and as Aaron Costello trying to get there, give Kevin O'Donnell a hand, and he has done exactly that. O'Donnell plays it along the ground to Micheál Hoolan. Good touch from Hoolan on this occasion. A chance now to clear. Picks out Paddy O'Brien, I think it is, over on that side, who's definitely come out from full forward in towards Stephen Cork. Couldn't control it, and a combination of Ronan Lynch and Mike Casey have the ball for Piarsaigh, and it's Casey into Carey. James Finn now just that little bit high. Downs will chase after it with Robbie Egan, and he has put the pressure on as Kevin Downs, but Egan has done well to get the ball into his hand and play this one out towards Robbie Hanley. It's a good pass too. Dutch is also good from Hanley. James Finn, the man immediately closest him. Hand pass now from Hanley into Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking to pick out a pass in that full forward line. As Pierce Connery running towards it. Connery's got there first. Already got 1 point in his half. Pierce Connery, the fanciest chance if he can get the ball into his hand. He's been unable to do so though. And again, the Piarsaigh defenders swarm around fairly quickly. On this occasion it was Vince Harrington. Oisin Enright though picks up the loose ball, wins the sideline ball for Kilmallock.
That's like, Messi hurling 3 times, tried to pick the ball and failed to pick it. Then Tom Savage came in and helped him out, I think. And certainly just lucky to get a line ball in that situation. They've
gone short with it, have Kilmallock, Shane O'Brien and Mike Casey, or the other vice versa I should say. Is O'Brien again, every time he goes near it there's loads around him. Oisin Enright takes that one on instead of right and wide, and that's a third or fourth wide for Oisin Enright as well. So Kilmallock, I think Leo, 8 wides in the first half. They're up to 10 now with 2 in the second half. That's good though from Robbie Hanley, and can he get the strike away? The pressure came in from Will Hen, just took a bit off it, and that's easy for Shane Dowling to deal with, and he'll strike it long into the full forward line, straight down the middle. That's setting some danger here. Downs just got a touch to it, tried to flick it into the path of Adrian Breen. Aaron Costello's there. He's made a bit of a mess of it though, and Adrian Breen has it for Piarsaigh going in towards goal. Breen, hand pass across. Egan, not for the first time tonight, stops a certain goal with an intervention. It's Micheál Hoolan clearing the ball up towards Paddy O'Brien. Good hands from O'Brien. Needs a bit of help now in the middle if he can get it. Plays it up the line out to Stephen Quirk. Quirk now for Kilmallock off his left. Up towards Oisin Enright and Vince Harrington. Harrington can't get to it ahead of Oisin Enright. He's done well. Oisin Enright, lovely flick inside now to Pierce Connery. It's Shane O'Brien, in fact, and O'Brien hasn't been fouled, says referee Kieran Ganam. And it's Piarsaigh able to come out cleanly with it. And Mike Casey and Shane O'Brien are Leo are having a ding-dong battle. As Will O'Donoghue plays this one off now to Dahi Dempsey. Dempsey has Will Hen in the middle, and it's to Will Hen. Chance for a score for him if he can control it. Maybe a goal chance if he can flick it inside. Just didn't get enough purchase on the pass on that occasion. Looking for Dylan Lynch, who thought he may have been in for a second goal here in Kilmallock, through Kevin O'Donnell off to Stephen Quirk. Quirk plays that one back to Hoolan. And Leo, it's laboured from Kilmallock in attack, you have to say.
It is laboured from attack. It's just to see this ball now onto Oisin. Oisin has to have a go here.
Oisin O'Reilly has a go and pops it over the bar. Lovely strike from Oisin O'Reilly. Back to a 4-point game.
Yeah, just did the simple thing there. Did it really well. Thought if he maybe stepped inside, the goal opportunity might have arisen for him. But no, just stepped inside and popped it over the bar. The Piarsaigh are about to unload on their bench below. Mike Foley and Peter Casey.
Two
As I said, it
experienced
shows the strength of it.
Mike Foley has multiple county medals for the Piarsaigh. He will come into the fray along with Peter Casey.
Interesting to see Robbie Egan at full back for Kilmallock. He's doing reasonably well back there, in fairness to him. He's working really hard and trying to cut out as much as he can.
Yeah, he had a fine game last week against Doon there, Leo. It was a bit of a surprise to see him in there, as you said, but he handled Kevin Maher, who's had a fine championship for Doon up to now. On that evening, he did a very good job.
Are we after putting the commentators cursing him? He's gone down there holding his ankle.
As indeed, here is Peter Casey. Comes on Mike Foley for Tommy Grimes. I'm just waiting to see who comes off. It's Dahi Dempsey, is it? Or is it James Finn?
James Finn coming off in the middle of the field and Tommy Grimes.
Interestingly, Peter Casey's gone straight into the middle as well, so
yeah, but
keep our eyes on that one.
Probably go in centre forward, to be quite honest. Yeah, that's fully expected. That's what it looks like.
Peter Casey on, which is for James Finn, which is great to see for any neutral number one and for the Piarsaigh fans as well. As Kilmallock making a sub of their own as well here. David Wolfe, a player who's usually in the starting lineup for the Kilmallock team, is also making his way into the game.
Played into County Hurling this year with Kerry in the National Hurling League, in fairness to David. A good servant to Kilmallock over the last number of years.
It's going to be Oisin Enright that departs the scene for Kilmallock as well. So,
is it Conor Staunton, as it looks like?
Oh, it could be Conor Staunton, indeed. It's Conor Staunton or Oisin Enright. We'll confirm that in a moment. But wearing white helmets, Leo, and with that sun, it's fairly hard to see. But I think you're right. I think it's Conor Staunton, the man who has come off for Kilmallock, as Conor Hanley Clark delivers this one. Delivers it high, but it's batted out safely by the Piarsaigh defender. And Mike Foley's going to have his first action of the game after just coming on up towards the other Piarsaigh substitute. What a touch from Peter Casey inside. That's just glorious to watch. He hasn't been able to win the ball, but Leo, when you're a guy,
enjoy that.
When you're a guy who isn't the tallest in the world, you have to make other arrangements to try and win ball at times, and that's exactly what Peter Casey tried to do. But it's a Kilmallock on the attack with Pierce Connery. I should say again, it's Shane O'Brien. O'Brien gets that strike away. It's a poor one though from his standards, and to the right and wide.
If that had worked out for Peter Casey, that would have been some passage to play, let me tell you. I'd have loved to have seen it back, but it was an unbelievable flick back inside.
It was indeed here, and Piarsaigh working it out sharp with Ronan Lynch. Lovely ball inside to Kevin Downs or Adrian Breen. Downs is the one who gets to it first. He's been fouled by Robbie Egan, and that is as clear a day of foul as you're ever going to get.
Yeah, look, he knows that he's in a bit of bother, and he knew that when Downs had gained possession, that if he turned him, that he would have been struggling. So, as good a professional foul as you'll see. Yeah,
and just as you said a minute ago, though, he is limping as well, heavily, Robbie Egan. So maybe Kilmallock, irrespective of this result tonight, Leo, they may need that extra week with football coming back next week. They may need that extra week just to get a few bodies back fit.
Yeah, like as I said, unfortunately they picked up one or two injuries early in the game with Kieran O'Connor and Graham Mulcahy going off the field. Certainly you fully expect them to try when you're at the best of your health. Ooh, wide from Downsy.
Rare one from Kevin Downs to see him miss a free like that. And score remains 12 to 14 points. And Leo, despite the Piarsaigh early dominance in the second half, this game is far from over, but a mistake from the puck out has William O'Donoghue in possession. Back to Peter Casey, and Casey ain't missing that, Leo. So it goes back to a 5-point lead mistake from Kilmallock.
Yeah, it's that cuteness, though, the Peter Casey of old, working into positions. And then again, William O'Donoghue, the experience, lifted his head, popped it off, and straight into his hand, and Casey turns it over the bar.
And safe hurling, Leo. You're picking out the short pass rather than trying anything. The man that's free, and the Piarsaigh do it better than most, not only in Limerick but around Munster and the rest of the country. As O'Donoghue, that one's intercepted, but it comes to Casey on the rebound. Casey now off his left again, picking out the free man, and it's that shot coming in from Dylan Lynch. Lynch has hit that to the left and wide.
Yeah, fully expected that one to go over the bar as well, but no, it's just in Piarsaigh the way they're, with all due respects to class of them at the moment, they're beginning to open up. 2-13 on the board, 5 points ahead, without over-exerting themselves. The game has lacked intensity in the second half, and it's like it really needs a score now at this stage to really, for one, to trouble the other and get a bit of life into it. Because as it is, it's typical like group game now, and the Piarsaigh qualifying directly from the semi-final if they get over the line here tonight.
Yeah, and that was at stake here. There's a number of mistakes over by that sideline. First from Micheál Houlihan, that saw the Piarsaigh win the sideline. Then from Dylan Lynch, and it is a Kilmallock sideline ball over there on that far side with Micheál Houlihan ready to take him to go short, but short of options. So he goes long with a beautiful cut, but there's the Piarsaigh defender there, but Oisin O'Reilly hasn't. This may be what Kilmallock need to get back into this. O'Reilly, can I get the pass away? The shot's going to come in. Shot saved. It's into the back of the net instead. And as you said at half-time, Leo, it is David Wolfe with the finish, but it's Oisin O'Reilly that provides it.
Yeah, it's just, as I said, he doesn't do it often enough for me, to be quite honest. He's an unbelievable hurler, great skill levels, but it's that pace. When he turns and goes at you, it's very, very hard to stop because he's light and quick. Used all his experience there, drew in the two defenders, popped it off, and David Wolfe sticks it in the back of the net.
Great finish from David Wolfe there. Looks like for a moment that Dowling had got a hurley to it or got his body in front. That's not what happened.
That's the goal we needed.
It's now a 2-point game. Yeah, it has hopefully reignited this game as a sideline ball here for the Piarsaigh on that far side. And Peter Casey ain't wasting any time in ready to take it. He is going to slow it down again though. But Leo, it has just exactly what the game needed there.
We were just I was just commenting that the game was like it was lacking life, and like as I said, Kilmallock need to get Oisin onto it as more and just turn around and start running it in the Piarsaigh defence.
Great ball across from the sideline from Peter Casey after Dahi Dempsey. Lovely turn from Dahi Dempsey off his left hand side. 3-point game now again after that score.
Yeah, but like it's just that score came too easy for the Piarsaigh now there. Ball came across all sucked in, thinking it was going to go short, and no better boy than Dahi Dempsey turns out and pops it over the bar.
That's exactly that. Kilmallock now moving forward. Foul on Pierce Connery. Connery is going to continue with play off the Killian Hayes. And Hayes on a goal last week against Doon, but that's beautifully flicked away by JJ Carey, who gets through a ton of work, to be fair to him. And Will Hen delivering into the forward line. Aaron Costello though is there for Kilmallock. He's dropped it though. He's got away with it as Costello's Adrian Breen tried to flick it away from him. That ball hasn't bounced, and Kevin O'Donnell with a foot race on helped out, but it's Kevin Downs that's there, and he's pulled across him. It's going to be a free, and on the Kilmallock sideline aren't happy with that one, Leo, but it looked a clear pull on my end. He was going for the ball but didn't connect.
Yeah, it's just a small little bit late in it, and it kind of when both players were going in at the pace they were going in at, the Kilmallock hurley came up the Piarsaigh hurley, and it looks like, it looks like a free end. You know what I mean? You're just that half second late, and referee dead straight in front of it and saw what happened.
Does indeed, a chance for Downs again to restore a 4-point advantage for the Piarsaigh.
Not a lot of bodies out in the field at the moment, running around, throwing water out around the place.
It's at that time of the game where bodies are tiring, understandably, as Downs strikes this one between the posts. Point for the Piarsaigh, and they've withered that storm from Kilmallock after that goal quite well.
Yeah, certainly, extended it out again to a 4-point lead again.
That puck out now, it breaks for Dylan Lynch and the Piarsaigh. Casey's onto it, and he's had a very encouraging start to his game here as it goes back to Mike Foley. Foley from distance to the left and wide though. That one won't trouble the scorers on this occasion for the Piarsaigh, who do have a 5-point lead, as we mentioned. It's Conor Henley-Clark strikes this one.
Yeah, 4 points, 4 wides from the Piarsaigh in the first half and only 3 in the second half. So it shows that little bit of experience that they work the ball through the lines.
Robbie Hanley now under pressure from JJ Carey, goes short with it into David Wolf. Wolf under pressure. He's done well to pick it up at the second attempt. Hanley from the touchline. And Robbie Hanley to the right and wide. And Kilmallock's wide count, Leo, has been a problem all game.
Yeah, it has. That's their 12th wide now. As I said, it beginning to hurt them now at this stage.
Shane Dowling picks out Will Hen. Hen goes across the edge of the square to Adrian Brain. They're looking, hunting goals here, and the Piarsaigh gets Brain. It's blocked, and it's gone out for a 65 as Robbie Egan was a Kevin O'Donnell back there, in fact, that got the block in it. But the ease at which Will Hen got away for that puck out from Shane Dowling. And Kilmallock ready, and Gavin O'Mahony need to come into the fray.
Yeah, listen, Will Hen, you can see the experience there. They're going for the juggler, lifted his head. The easy option was probably to pop the ball over the bar, but he saw Adrian Breen free at the far side, and I think it was Robbie Egan got in the block. But certainly, they're going for the juggler and did 65 now here and convert this, and the goal is cancelled out within the space of 4 minutes again.
Yeah, it has been. And Piarsaigh kind of, Leo, in third gear for most of the game, but upping it at times when they need to. And that's a trend that they've managed over the last 10 or so years since Shane O'Neill's been involved in and out, but that the Piarsaigh side, not so many players still remaining from that All-Ireland club victory. As Downs nails the 65 over the bar, that one goes, and as you said, Leo, back to a 5-point game.
Back to a 5-point game, and as I said, without too much hassle, the last 3 points on the board when they're back down to a 2-point game and extend that lead back out. Good use of the substitutes bench by Kilmallock as well. Paddy's put in a fair shift in fairness. Years are beginning to mount in him, but bringing on Gavin, another wily campaigner.
It is Micheál Houlihan in possession now for Kilmallock. Switch of play towards Robbie Hanley. Good ball too it is. Will O'Donoghue is hunting down though, so Hanley takes the option backwards to Robbie Egan, and Egan now striking low into the middle. Good movement from Oisín O'Reilly as well as Kilmallock looking to find an avenue back into this one. Switch of play from O'Reilly, and that's going to be a free to Piarsaigh. I think Kieran Gannon may have changed his decision, has he? No, it is going towards, and I'm not sure if the referee got that one right, Leo.
It looks a lot worse than what actually happened. Robbie Hanley was kept his eye on the play. Will Hen was turning around marking him. Robbie was stepping back in to get possession, and both players collided. I just can't see where the free came from, but I just think it's very harsh. Is he going to give him a yellow card for that?
No, I don't think the card is well, he is going to give him a card, Leo. I was thinking it might have been for something else that was said to referee Kieran Gannon. Well, you can hear that the Kilmallock fans certainly aren't happy with that one. And
no, it looked like, as I said, both players facing opposite directions. One player ran into the other.
Yeah, that's all it was from our view here. And well, it's not our view that matters, Leo. It's the man in the middle's view. And Ronan Lynch has a chance to put Piarsaigh 6 points to the good for the second time in this half, as Shane Dowling for Kilmallock is about to re-enter the fray. He came on as a temporary sub early in the game as Lynch strikes this one, and he struck it very, very well, but he has got a thought just for a second, Leo, tailed, but it didn't, and that's a 6-point advantage as we are in the 52nd minute of the game of this Whitebox Limerick Senior Hurling Championship Group 1 Round 4 game, as Piarsaigh also making a sub here. Mark Hogan coming in for Dylan Lynch.
Yeah, Dylan Lynch can be happy with his performance tonight. Dylan Lynch has got a goal and 2 points in the Piarsaigh. And certainly bringing on Mark Hogan, giving him plenty of experience in Senior Hurling Championship.
Oisín O'Reilly's there looking for this puck out short. We're going to wait for the substitutes for Kilmallock as well. Tom Savage has come on that sub, and it is Oisín Enright that's gone off. So Thomas Savage on for There's Piarsaigh now with William Hen, and now this could be it as Mark Hogan straight into it. Just a bit of nerves maybe, Leo, cost him. He's done very well to nearly dispossess Robbie Egan back there, but Killian Hayes was there to pick up the pieces for Kilmallock, and now it's Micheál Houlihan. Lovely flick across to Dylan O'Brien, and Kilmallock now navigating their way out of the fence with Aaron Costello, I should say, but it's not a great one from Costello, looking for O'Brien. Dahi Dempsey looking for a second point in quick succession here, and Dahi Dempsey has surprisingly, Leo, sent that to the right.
Yeah, but look, in fairness to Kilmallock, they're defending, their six backs are defending really hard back there tonight, and they're being under pressure in the second half, and you can see them getting tired. The ball coming out of defence isn't as clinical as what it was earlier in the game.
There is a foul on Oisin O'Reilly by William O'Donoghue. As this one petering towards the end of the game, Leo, we have what? Just under 7 minutes remaining of regular time, and it is a kind of getting to the place. 6 points down, Kilmallock need goals.
Yeah, absolutely, and just need to work their way back into it. But when they got the goal, we thought that was going to ignite them. It didn't on that occasion. So listen, they've all to play for now for the next 5-6 minutes. I can't see why they don't have a proper go at them now and just run at them and see where it'll take them. But the Piarsaigh campaigners are really showing their experience and keeping the ball and making the ball stick in every opportunity. Another great ball into the corner there to Mark Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan now, if you can get this one on. Has he been fouled? Referee says no. It's Aaron Costello. Comes away with the possession into the middle now to Robbie Hanley for Kilmallock. Hanley now switch of play towards Oisin O'Reilly. Didn't get all of that, and William Henn is there for an Piarsaigh. Good play from Will Henn. Protected the ball very, very well. Has O'Donoghue with him. William O'Donoghue now for an Piarsaigh, taking on Kevin O'Donnell. He's got 1 point in this game. O'Donoghue's looking for point number 2, maybe. Flicks it across the square instead. Good defending back there by Kilmallock and Dylan O'Brien and Aaron Costello involved, but it is unable to clear it out cleanly, and the ball breaking along the ground here. And it is Peter Casey that has he been fouled. The ball breaks away anyway. Foul has been given. Free into the Piarsaigh. And again, Kilmallock not happy with that decision, but Leo, either way, free in.
As I said, it's just that ball coming out of the defence. It should have gone simplified, I suppose, is the word I would use. That it should have only gone 10 yards and just work it out the lines. Instead of that, try to get a crossfield ball. Will Henn intercepted it, and it results now. Is it going to be another penalty?
No, it's a free given just outside the large rectangle. Another Kilmallock man down. I think at this stage they've used up their full complement of substitutes.
I've no doubt that if these two teams meet later in the championship, that it's going to be a completely different game.
Yep.
But certainly, Kilmallock would love to have got a point out of the game tonight, or a win, just to make sure that qualification, because it boils down to their last match. They're playing Kilmallock and Ballybrown, yeah. So
straight out battle for a quarter-final
straight out battle for a quarter-final spot.
Well, to confirm a quarter-final spot.
Yeah. Still 4 points might get him a quarter-final spot, but you're dependent on results elsewhere.
That's Kevin Downs. Lands that straightforward free. And puts the Piarsaigh 218 to 114 in front.
Yeah.
So Conor Hanley Clark with the restart. Goes short to Aaron Costello. Costello then goes long over to that far side. Up was Gavin O'Mahony. It's broken kindly to Dylan O'Brien. O'Brien tried to play it across the square. Goes short to Tom Savage instead. Now it's Dylan O'Brien. Good bit of work from the corner back off to Micheál Hoolan. Hoolan now going backwards to Gavin O'Mahony. O'Mahony then eventually puts it across the edge of the square, and then all the experience in the world back there. It was Vince Harrington, I think, that came away with that one. And now it's pass over to that far side. And it is Peter Casey again, is it? That was doing excellent work for the Piarsaigh. Up towards Adrian Breen it goes. Aaron Costello trying to get the challenge in. Breen happy to go backwards to JJ Carey. Carey has a number of options with him. One of them is O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue goes backwards, happy to do so for moving forward, and he's got options to his right. Emmett McAvoy is the one who has it for the Piarsaigh. Off now to Will Henn from the 65. Will Henn has struck that one, and he struck it very, very well indeed. Excellent score from the Piarsaigh. It just emphasises what we've been saying all game. Their ability to work the ball has just excelled at times this evening.
Listen, I just had a smile on my face there, because you see the composure of William O'Donoghue around the middle of the field. Ball came to him, double back around, came back around, popped it off, and a simple pass out to Will Henn, and Will Henn converts it. It looks like Oisin O'Reilly's coming off now with an injury, and from Kilmallock point of view, these injuries are really beginning to mount, because they'll need all these players come the knockout stage of the championship, let me tell you.
I think that can only be a temporary sub, Leo, at this stage. So if others deal with that as the Piarsaigh moving forward again, and it is Mike Foley with that one, and that's a regular score that Mike Foley pops up with, Leo. very capable from that distance, and he's landed another one for the Piarsaigh, who are racing away with this one now.
Yeah, but it's just the way they're working the ball through the line. When they get to the 65-yard line, when they get the space free in front of them, on a direct route to goal, they're just striking it over the bar, working the ball into the middle, working the ball into the scoring zones, and putting the ball over the bar. 2:20 plays 1:14 with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, 9-point advantage for the Piarsaigh, who level at the break. We felt that the Piarsaigh, with the breeze, would have the edge here, but maybe not to the level they have. They've been much more economical in their shooting, Leo, as you mentioned, throughout the half, and that experience, that know-how has been superb. But as you mentioned, if these two meet again, you're likely to see a completely different game. As a mistake coming out of the fence by Kilmallock again. Picked up back there by Stephen Quirk, and now it's off to Robbie Egan. Egan hand pass off to Dylan O'Brien. O'Brien plays it back now to Stephen Quirk. Foul on him though, and it will be a free out for Kilmallock. Kilmallock shouldn't be too deterred by this performance either, Leo.
Not at all, to be quite honest.
Like
I saw Kilmallock in the very first round of the championship outside Newcastle West against Patrickswell, and the team they played that night, when they had everyone on the field, bar Graham, I will say, they're a pale comparison of that team they played tonight. So you just got to show the injuries mounted in the series of championship league performances is the way it's set up. But certainly, I fully expect a different Kilmallock team. If they get to a county final, if they meet again or in a county semi-final, it'll be a different kettle of fish inside the Gaelic grounds, let me tell you.
Mike Foley now with a ball across to Shane Dowling. Dowling again, Will Hen lost that in the sun, gives Kevin O'Donnell a chance to pull on it first time. He was looking for Pierce Connery, it didn't happen. That's going to be sideline ball to the Piarsaigh. I'm not sure, did the ball even go out, Leo? I'm not sure what happened there myself.
No, the ball didn't go out. The ball actually stuck, because when Kevin...
Stuck in the grass.
Yeah, Kevin actually stepped in it, and like I said, this has to be a throwing ball.
It has to be a throwing ball, yeah. Just a bit of confusion. Not much the ref Kieran Gannett can do about that. The ball gets stuck there, and the players all stop hurling, throws that one in. Peter Casey just picks that one up. Tries to flick it across to O'Donoghue, but it is Thomas Savage now. Off to Shane O'Brien, who's had a very quiet second half. It's O'Brien heading in towards goal, flicks it across. Goal chance maybe here. Shot comes in, and it goes harmlessly to the right and wide. I think it was Gavin O'Mahony that got just a little flick in it in the end, and it went harmlessly wide. And another, well, not a huge goal chance there. It was a half chance again, as so many players converging around.
But it's experience in the Piarsaigh. They all filtered back the field and picked up their men and crowded out Kilmallock.
Yeah, another score there for the Piarsaigh. Didn't quite see who got that one, Leo. We'll try and confirm that in a moment or so, as O'Donoghue plays it to Ronan Lynch. Lynch plays it across, and it's Dahi Dempsey takes that one on. Ball played down the line to Adrian Breen. Breen moving across, using his pace to beat Robbie Egan. He's been fouled, and that is going to be another free for the Piarsaigh. And Leo, again, this game,
it's just petered out now. Yeah, that's all it has. That's all that has happened in the last.
Yeah, it was Dahi Dempsey with that score.
Yeah, but I just wonder, John, it didn't go up on the scoreboard, to be quite honest.
I don't think the scoreboard operator saw it either, Leo, but the score was registered certainly online by the Piarsaigh as well. So the score is 221 to 114. And certainly we saw the referee Kieran Gannett writing it down as well, so it's definitely confirmed scores. Kevin Downs lines this free up for the Piarsaigh. Leo, we're moments away from announcing your Michael Connell menswear player of the match this evening. I'm sure it's going to be a player in light blue.
Yeah, without shadow of a doubt. I think like they've had Mike Casey at full back has been really, really solid, to be quite honest. Ronan Lynch, very, very solid, got on a lot of possessions. Tommy Grimes, the first 20 minutes of the match, literally controlled it. And up front, like, as I said, Dylan Lynch with 1-2 tonight. Kevin Downs, every opportunity that became available, and Dahi Dempsey to work out. But for me, the player that controlled the whole game tonight, the structure, the whole Piarsaigh performance, without shadow of a doubt, has been Will O'Donoghue.
As Peter Casey sends that one towards goal, and an absolutely outrageous effort from Peter Casey, second since he's come onto the field. And well, it's the Piarsaigh getting stronger as the championship goes on, Leo, and that, for everyone else watching, is a major warning sign, and they're putting this one up this evening as this one goes in long towards Shane Dowling. Lovely take from the Dow as he plays this one out now to Emmett McAvoy, and the Piarsaigh just racing away with this one. 223 to 114 as they're looking for further scores in towards Downs. Downs takes that in his pouch. Maybe looks for Mark Hogan. Maybe goes off his right. Kevin Downs. Downs strikes that one. Conor Hanley-Clark just bats it down. Knew there was no danger after doing that. Plays it now out to Thomas Savage. And it's Savage. Plays it across the middle to Mihal Houlihan. Houlihan again up towards Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes, good catch and strike. Looking for the run inside. It's the Kilmallock goal scorer, David Wolfe, looking for goal number 2. Turns Vince Harrington well. Harrington's getting back there. Wolfe plays it across. Again, the Piarsaigh have. Well, they haven't. David Wolfe keeps going. Ball breaks around the edge of the square. It isn't a Piarsaigh man that comes out. It was JJ Carey back there off to him. And McAvoy with the hand pass, and McAvoy races away. And that is the full-time whistle here in McNeville Park. It's the Piarsaigh beating Kilmallock 223 to 114. Leo, your final thoughts?
Oh, listen, like the whole structure in the Piarsaigh performance tonight has been very, very impressive. 222 on the board, or 223, whatever the final score was. Like, you can't be but impressed by him. Kilmallock will have learned a lot from tonight. A lot of players, younger players, have got game time into them. But ultimately, like when you look at it, just that experience, that total fitness level, and their physicality in the tackle really gotten the Piarsaigh over the line tonight, and like they're definitely a force to be reckoned at. And as I said, as knockout hurling becomes closer to them, they're now into a semi-final. I do know that they've 1 or 2 injuries still mounting up, and as you see Peter Casey coming back onto the field tonight and getting game time again into him, it's a hugely impressive performance from the Piarsaigh.
It is indeed. It is. Piarsaigh beating Kilmallock 223 to 114. We'll have live reaction shortly here from McNeville Park, so stay with us for that. My many thanks to Leo O'Connor for his expert analysis, but stay with us for the highlights and as well for live reaction. Move forward. That's going to be a free. It's going to be a scoring chance either way, and the Piarsaigh have levelled the game. That's an excellent score there. James Finn in midfield. Good movement from Finn. Good run from Finn. Off to Kevin Downs. Off his right, Kevin Downs. And Downs strikes that. And he strikes it over the bar. That's a brilliant. Dempsey. Dempsey, lovely take. He's got a man with him in Dylan Lynch. Lynch now should take the pass. Dempsey still going. He's off to Dylan Lynch. Shot from Lynch. Saved by Conor Hanley-Clark. Fire this one towards goal again. The strike is very, very good from Conor Hanley-Clark. And more often than not, Leo, he gets on the scoreboard in the championship this year. He's done it again.
I was at a match.
With this penalty for Piarsaigh. Downing strikes it, saves. It isn't. Welcome back here in Mick Neville Park. I'm delighted to be joined by the Mike O'Connell Menswear Player of the Match, William O'Donoghue. Will, here's your voucher for Mike O'Connell Menswear.
I was just doing an interview. I didn't think I was man of the match. No.
No, you're Player of the Match as well. Will, it's the scoreline won't reflect how difficult that game actually was, but from your point of view, it's a semi-final booked. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, and the conditions are really tough here as well, which you probably can't see at home. Like, I think there was probably a lot of errors in the game. We just happened to, like, you know, with the breeze, our conversion rate was probably a small bit better than there had been in the first half. If they'd probably converted most of their shots in the first half, probably would have been that bit closer as well.
Level at the break, as you said, you did have that advantage, but the breeze isn't going to win you a game, as we were saying in commentary as well. But you got that 1-3 or so without reply at the start of the second half, and it put you right on your way.
Yeah, and that's probably, I don't know what it finished, but I would imagine that 1-3 is probably fairly close to what the margin was. So I mean, you know, we hit a bit of a purple patch and we managed to make the most of it. And I think it just shows like the quality across the groups with so many draws and close games. Like, the margins in games are so close that if you do get a purple patch, you really do need to capitalise. And we were just lucky enough that we managed to get that goal there tonight.
You are automatically into the semi-final now on 7 points after that victory with a game to spare. Does give the management as well maybe to experiment in the last game, but you'll want to finish top of the group as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you saw Mark Hogan coming on there tonight, and there's several other players that could have got game time. So I think it's probably so competitive that there isn't. I don't think anyone will want any experiment. And, like, you know, we need to keep going. Need to keep, you know, we'll be playing Patrickswell in the last game, and we need to get a good performance there. So regardless of where we're going to finish in the group, you don't want to be going into a semi-final without you know, your trajectory going upwards. So I think it's very important that we take the last game on merit and try to go out and get a performance there.
From your point of view as well, Peter Casey coming back for his first senior action, Jerome Boylan starting last week. Conor Boylan may be available back later in the championship. You seem to be getting stronger as the season goes on as well.
Yeah, well, we had most of those players last year and we didn't win the county championship, so I don't think I think we definitely need him back. But just on a note there to Peter, like, to see him back is fantastic. I think everyone up and down the country is probably delighted to see him back. So I mean, he's gone through an awful lot. And I think people don't realise that as well. There's an awful lot of mental stuff, you know, highs and lows that go with thinking you're back and it not going right for you. So just on a personal level, it's brilliant to see him back out there getting to play.
It is indeed. That's William O'Donoghue, the Michael Connell Menswear Player of the Match this evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers.
Get the pass away, the shot's going to come in, shot saved, it's into the back of the net instead. And ball across from the sideline from Peter Casey off to Dahi Dempsey. Lovely turn from Dahi Dempsey off his left hand side. 3-point game. It's at that time of the game where bodies are tiring. Understandably, as Down strikes this one between the post, point for the Piarsaigh. With so many players still remaining from that All-Ireland club victory. Downs nails the 65 over the bar. That one goes, and he struck it very, very well. But he has got a thought just for a second, Leo tailed, but it didn't. That's a 6-point advantage. His right. Emmett McAvoy is the one who has it for the Piarsaigh. Off now to Will Hen from the 65. Will Hen has struck that one, and he struck it very, very well indeed. Excellent score from the Piarsaigh. Let's deal with that as the Piarsaigh moving forward again. And it is Mike Foley with that one. And that's a regular score that Mike Foley pops up with Leo.
No, the structure, the whole Piarsaigh performance, without shadow of a doubt, has been Will O'Donoghue.
Peter Casey sends that one towards goal, and an absolutely outrageous effort from Peter Casey, second since he's have come onto the field. Beating Kilmallock 223 to 114. Leader, your final thoughts?
This is like the whole structure compared to the performance.